Let's switch the camera around. We're going to see, we're here right where the MPs and other office workers come out of the building, so we're hoping to catch some of them on camera. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. We're back here 1 year later. We were here a year ago watching us all get our butts kicked, and here we are now in front of the Parliament building. Just going to put our stuff away and get ourselves ready. You can see there's a few protesters here with us. Hey, Bourbon, what's up, buddy? Can you hear me okay? Yeah, it's pretty quiet up here today. Small crowd here, giving a nice warm welcome to all the MPs and of course I say that sarcastically. Just packing up my stuff here. All right, welcome everyone. Video looks good, perfect, means we're getting some good reception. Let me know if it changes. You said you can hear me okay? So for anybody just jumping on, here we are on Wellington Street, Parliament Hill. 1 year later, a year ago today, this place was chaos and we were all getting our ass kicked. So we're just here in front of the building here where some of the office workers will be coming in and out. Let's go bring the tripod over there, see who we can see. A few people have been here welcoming them. I say that sarcastically. Let's see if we can get their face as they come down the stairs. We'll see who comes in and out. They're mostly gone now. Let me make sure. I'm going to check my messages here. I'll be here in an hour or so, buddy. Mr. Green. Yeah, we've been here for a while. Got here around noon today. Walked around, took some photos, got everything set up. We've just got back here now and firing up the camera a little earlier than anticipated because I don't know what time the sun goes down here. So hopefully we'll be able to catch some of the MPs. I think they might have all left by now, though. Save Ukraine! I've been listening to this guy here that was just laughing there, telling everyone about how we need to save Ukraine, saying it sarcastically. Let's send them more money. Let's send all our money to Ukraine. Save democracy. Hey, save democracy. Send our money to Ukraine. Oh yeah, they're all just doing their jobs, Bourbon. We got the bylaw officers have been kicking around, and the police isn't too heavy now. It looks like quite a few of them have left. You can tell him about it. I'm not sure if you guys will recognize any of the employees' faces that come out of there. I don't know any of them, but these guys do. It's pretty warm here today. I'll just spin you around so you can take a look down the street. We'll head down there. There's a bunch of people down there at the other entrance. But I wanted to try to hang out here for a bit to see what kind of knobs come out of the building. I mean, government employees. A lot of construction guys, as you all know, they're fixing up the building, allegedly with tunnels and stuff, but save Ukraine. So I think these guys are all done for the day, or what? It looks that way, yeah. We're looking for the stragglers. Well, looks like these guys are saying they think everybody's left here from the building, so we're not going to get too many office workers, except for maybe the stragglers, they're saying. So looks like we'll head down the street with the other freedom fighters. Hey, basketball fan, how you doing? Thanks for joining the chat. Doing pretty well here. It's a nice warm day. It actually, I thought it was going to be a lot colder, but it feels pretty good. Um, Peaceful here on the hill today. We're all trying to get more donations for Ukraine. You can see there's a little bit of police around, but not much. There's a couple clowns walking down the street there. There must be off duty though, I think, or something. But these little buses have some cops in them on some of the buses. This guy was just trying to sell that magazine, saying it's better than a nudie magazine. You've got great sales pitch, my friend.
I get that Union magazine. It sucks, bro. They're better off with this.
Oh, here we go. Who's this guy coming? Does he look like a Trudeau supporter?
Oh, you're the best. Thank you very much. We're happy to have you. Thank you.
Oh, well then, cheers. Thank you. I don't know this. Let's go see if we can get it on the conversation.
Right. They are showing me endless amounts of people that have been hurt by this vaccination. Okay,
I've heard that.
Now let me put it to you this: AstraZeneca has come out on their own vetted numbers,
Right.
and they've said that they've either killed or maimed at least 2,400 patients.
Really?
Okay, now if I go back 4 years,
Yeah.
5 years,
Right.
okay,
Okay.
112 people caught listeria. Not one of them died. They recovered. Yet why is there not a national inquiry on AstraZeneca? At least AstraZeneca.
Yeah.
Why is there not a national inquiry? Because England, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, they've all cancelled the shots for their children. We're still jabbing our children. And Brampton alone, Brampton doctor come up and said, listen, an 11-year-old boy
Sorry
from a heart attack or stroke.
Okay, but I've got to go.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just putting this in your mind. I'm just putting
appreciate
this in
you
your mind. I'm here all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks
All
for
right.
stopping.
All right.
And I'm a vet as well, so.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Good job. Good job.
You got him?
Oh, I don't know if I got the mic or not, but maybe.
Okay.
You guys hear that at all? Or was this, hopefully you could hear that little conversation they were having. Of course, the gentleman happened to turn and run, but the village people. Yeah, I believe it is. They're coming out of the building right now, all the village people. This guy does the laundry, I guess, or something.
That's for Ukraine.
That looks like maybe propaganda camera. Oh yeah, it is. It's got to be propaganda TV. Yeah, and he even admits it. I wonder how much they get paid to do the propaganda TV. And to be proud of it too. All right, so it looks like we're gonna head down to the other section here where everybody else is. Once we get a few more of these clowns coming out of here. They gotta love coming out and getting a camera in their face, I guess. Let me see if I can, there we go. Who's this guy? I don't know who he was, basketball. I'll ask this guy here. He seems to know them. Oh, let's get the mic in here so we can hear what this guy's saying.
I have doctors that are still practicing actually come up to me and say, listen, people are getting hurt. People are dying from this. And they're afraid to come out. I have evidence. They show me evidence. And I just want to put this. AstraZeneca, by their own admission, killed or harmed at least 2,400 Canadians. Okay, we've not had one public forum. But if I go back,
There is an inquiry that's happening.
Okay, good.
Preston Manning is
He
starting
is.
a public inquiry.
I know, but we,
so-
we got to move fast on it. We got to move fast on it because listeria, like McCain Foods had a listeria scare 6 years ago. 110 people caught listeria, no one died. Immediately there was a national inquiry
Thank
on
you.
it.
Well, let's
Why
hope
can't
that
why
this
can't we
goes
have
through.
one?
That's
We
what
have
he's
to move.
doing.
We
Preston
have to
Manning
move through it.
that.
Okay.
So, anyways, gotta.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for calling.
Okay. All right. Take care.
Sorry, guys, didn't realize I had it so zoomed in.
Take care of what you bring. See?
We'll go down there.
All right, let's go.
Okay, we're moving. We're on the move. Somebody said someone was talking about here. They're shooting. Buddy in the camo was a patriot. I think they're talking about gotta be you and you though. Are you talking about the guy who's been supporting Ukraine? All right, so we're moving.
But Leslie Lewis, you think she'd be a little bit more receptive for everything that she's done? I'm hitting them over the head with it.
I love how you're not aggressive though. You're nice, soft spoken.
Well, that's the only way you're going to get it.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
I purposely don't want to sound
Like what?
really aggressive.
Oh no, you'll get nowhere. They'll just leave.
I know one,
All right, well, we're moving on. Here, I'm going to go across the street so you guys can get a good visual of the buildings and the freedom fighters. Not too many here yet today, but at least there's some here, so that's cool. You got all your regular Ottawa freedom fighters. I got to switch hands. Hold on a sec. We're on a tripod, not a gimbal, so that's why you might end up having to put your head on a bit of an angle. Skies are pretty cloudy here. We're expecting some pretty nasty weather tonight. Freezing rain and snow, so we'll see what it's like first thing in the morning when we get up. Hopefully we're able to get out nice, bright and early and catch the MPs and senators if they come in and work on a Friday, but they probably bag off since Trudeau's down catching some rays in, I forget exactly where he is. Where is he? Over in Haiti or something? Figuring out the destruction of Haiti. Trying to come to some kind of agreement on how to screw over Haiti. Hey, big lice. I think that was it. I couldn't catch it too much. There's a glare and I'm walking, but you're welcome very much. Thanks for joining us here in the chat room. We're here in Ottawa, Parliament Hill, as you guys might be able to tell. We're just hiking down here and where the other freedom fighters are. You see a group of them down here. It looks kind of dark. Oh, I gotta switch hands. Hold on a sec. Saw a lot of propaganda cameras here today, but they're down on all the side streets. Probably, I don't know what they're going to be saying on their news. Something like, oh, Trudeau did such a good job. Look how the streets are nice and clear 1 year later. Everybody's too afraid to come and speak out against the Trudeau regime. Here comes his office right here. Man, I want to bring some eggs. Start egging some of these windows. Can't believe they're not covered in eggs or spray paint or something. I guess it's because of all the cameras. But here we come to Mr. Terry. Wonder what Terry Fox would think of what's going on around here. All right, let's get the tripod down and go across the street and drink our coffee. Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right, there's a freedom fighter right there if I've ever seen one. How's it going? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Shit. Glad it didn't crack. Just throwing the guy's phone around. It's going good, man. How about you? Thanks for keeping up the fight. Still going hard, eh? Well, I got here at noon actually, but I just walked around for a bit, took some photos, and just went and walked my dog, and now I'm coming out, man. So what's new and exciting out here? You guys
Yes, well, somewhat. We've had lots of issues with bylaws and all that shit there, but they ended up leaving without nothing happening, so it's a win for us.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Just
noticed.
like
I thought I heard saw on Chris's live earlier. They were bitching about the flags being parked in the snow
yeah,
hill.
yeah, it's been an issue for the last couple of weeks.
These
No
guys,
chairs, no speakers, no flags.
You were busy yelling when I was walking by you.
isn't that bylaw right there?
They were lumped around it here a while ago.
Oh, that didn't work. Oh boy, there goes half that coffee.
Yeah, earlier, this guy, Adrian, I thought that was you. Yeah, I'm like, when I saw him, hey, what's up, bro? I haven't seen you.
Dad, I'm Paul. How you doing?
Meet ya.
Good to meet you too. So you got your big camera out there. What are you taking your photos for? Where do you put them?
Some to go to YouTube, some get they get requested. They go send it to our right media in the states.
Oh yeah, what's your YouTube channel?
The Chad Media.
Chad Media.
The Chad.
The Chad Media. There you go, guys. Check it out. Only a few of us here watching, but yeah, you live in Ottawa?
I do now, yeah.
Canadian free living.
Canadian free living, yeah. Originally from Nova Scotia,
Oh, okay.
but I was here last year, January.
Your
On
average
January
weekly
the
shelf costs
29th.
less at Walmart than at any other major
And
grocery store.
I was here during the whole thing.
Checking thousands of items.
I left shortly after, a couple weeks after, and went back east, and then decided to come back because the story's not done yet here.
Yeah, you think it'll ever be done?
I hope so. And I hope I'm on, and because I know I'm on the right side of history.
Oh, you are. You know, you might as well go down fighting than
Yeah.
go down lying there and on your knees.
Well, exactly.
You know, Turdough would love that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I look at it this way: if they decide that, I mean, I'm unvaxxed as well, so.
Oh my God, you're unvaxxed. Let me step back.
But
you're endangering us all.
oh well, hey, I don't look at it that way. I mean, I have a natural immune system for a reason.
I'm only being sarcastic.
I know you are. I know you are. I'm answering you back as if you were not being sarcastic,
All
though.
right.
But
So what do you say to all those people that say, you know, you're not very Canadian by not getting vax and saving everybody else?
well, I look at it this way. I mean, we've gone how many years, how many generations of human beings have we had on this planet, and yet when do we start vaccinating people? Only in the last 100 years. Really, if you think about it, only within the last 100 years have we started truly vaccinating people. So, I mean, I would say, like, sure, some of the other vaccine. I mean, we don't need those. I mean, that's how you get over something. You get it, your body fights it off. If it's meant to take you out, it's meant to take you out. That's what happens with viruses and illnesses. If you're meant to die from something, you die from it. But I mean, as for forcing a vaccine that was not tested on people, I'm totally against that. And it's the aspect of it is that like, yeah, some people felt they were obligated to take it. Um, Case in point, my mother and my brother. My mother is a snowbird. She travels to Florida 6 months out of the year. In order to leave the country to go to Florida, what did she have to do? She had to get vaccinated. That was her choice. And I don't condemn somebody for making a choice that they feel they have to make for somebody. or for themselves. But I mean, if you're saying, oh, you have to do it you have to do it. Think of the children. Do it for the children. Well, I'm sorry, if the child, if you're going to use that against me, why are we saying other things that are for the children? You know, like why are you going against something or why are you saying something against some other things that they're doing that are that are causing children problems? You know, it's
So it's safe to assume you're not pro drag.
oh, I'm pro drag, but as long as it's tasteful. I mean, one of my closest friends back east is one of the biggest drag queens in Canada, and like I I don't agree with sexualizing people to children. If they're dressed tastefully, like case in point, everybody got one of the arguments that everybody uses, like on the left, Mrs. Doubtfire is a drag movie. Yeah, it is, but that was tastefully done drag. And as long as a drag queen is being tasteful and not flaunting themselves in front of children, I'm okay with a drag queen shows and drag queens reading stories to kids.
Yeah, that's not a. I don't know if that's a fair comparison, bringing up Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well, I mean,
But I see your point.
yeah, no,
Or
but
who their point.
I'm using it as an example. This Doubtfire was tasteful in drag. It wasn't sexualizing, to children.
Yeah.
You know, it was a comical satire. As you use the sarcasm on me, it is a comical satire on drag in a sense, but in a sense it's not. You know, but
No, I agree with you.
I mean, I've been starting to say it a little more since last weekend, or since the drag stuff that was going on. They don't know. Like I've had them come up to me and yell at me and say things because I'm videotaping them of the protest. Well, you don't know me. I mean, I'm openly bisexual. I'm a proud member of the LGBTQ plus community. I support the LPG. I've supported them, but right now, with the way there's some of them are, I don't even want to be associated with some of them.
So I got a quick question for you on that then, because I'm curious. So you said you're a proud member of the LGBTQ2
Whatever, whatever it is.
community. So do you not feel welcome when you go to places like Best Buy?
What do you mean by that?
Well, they've got a big flag and saying you are all welcome here at Best Buy on their door, and I just thought to myself, has Best Buy made it?
I don't go to. I don't go to. I've never really
I
gone
just
to
don't
Best Buy.
understand why they need to put a flag, a
Well,
pride flag, saying you're welcome to come here.
yeah, no, exactly. But
It doesn't make sense to me.
my big take on with that community is they need to wake up and realize that once once the government once the government decides they're going to take us out, hypothetically, who are they going to go next? They're going to go right back to after them. They don't realize it. They're next on the chopping block, if you want to get technical. They don't realize it. They're not seeing it. They're all wearing their blinders. I mean, years ago. I mean, if you look at it, I was having a discussion with somebody on the other side of the road here, just recently. I mean, within moments ago, before I came over to start talking to you. They Years ago, they were the ones that were being persecuted for them coming out and rallying and trying to do their things when they were protesting. Now look at it. They're the ones that are supporting the government, and what's it getting them? Nothing. Except they're going to be next on the chopping block, and that's what they need to do. Wake up.
So what do you say to those people that ask you, why are you still out here fighting? What, the mandates are all over, and
Well,
do you
yeah.
not have something better to do, or?
Well, the mandates are over, but you know what? The thing is, the mandates may be over, but you know what? Simple thing is, who's to say? Who's to say what they got up their sleeve next? Could there be no more mandates coming? Who knows? They could try to do it again.
I would actually. So my response is similar, but some people have asked me that question. That's why I threw that question out to you.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, it's a whole total case of tyranny and them trying to take over and trying to control us. Trying to make us puppets like they are for
So
the world,
all those
for the
people
World Economic Forum.
for all those people right now that are trying to get a transplant, that sounds like the mandates aren't over to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So for all those, look on Job Bank. Look how many jobs say you got to be vaccinated.
Yeah,
Doesn't
exactly.
sound like the mandates are over to me.
No, no, they're not. You got to be that. Like, I mean, I've applied for jobs since I got here, multiple different jobs in different areas and fields I'm not even trained to work in. And first questions I usually get, oh, what's your vaccine status? I'm like, that's between me and my doctor. Not, I don't have to release that information to you. You know, like it's not law. It was a mandate.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean they're still enforcing the vaccinations.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard the CDC is now adding the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, to the regular schedule for the kids.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I heard that too. And I mean, you know, I mean, to be honest, what's that going to do to these kids? I mean, we don't know. It has, I mean, if you look at, like, I mean, I can give you an example. Okay. My mother, when she got vaccinated, and she was doing some traveling at one point in time and had to fill out paperwork, she wasn't sure how to do it. She asked me. Well, I read through all the information and everything like this that she gave me, including the slip she got from her vaccine. And I looked at the slip in the vaccine, and there's like one ingredient. That's it. One ingredient. Everything else is blank. It's like, what else is in there? What else is in there? What are they not telling us?
Yeah, it's a mystery cocktail.
Oh, definitely a mystery cocktail for sure.
So, can anyone on the stream remember any more mandates that are still alive, still happening? I remember, I've got the one that says, you know, if you're going to get a transplant, you got to be vaccinated.
Well, even
A lot of jobs still require
flying,
you to be
tra-
vaccinated.
traveling. If you're flying, you have to. If you're flying out of the country, you have to show proof of vaccination.
Isn't that
Or-
relative
or-
to what country you're flying to?
Yes, relative to what country you're flying to. Yes. I know if you're going to the States, all you have to do is show that you had a negative test within the last 72 hours, or sorry, 7 days.
Mr. Green says hi.
Hey, Mr. Green. Hasn't made it up here yet.
Hey, look, you see this?
Oh, Steph isn't here? Darn it, she's my best sponsor. I was hoping Steph would be available here to be watching the stream today. I need some supper money. Just kidding. But thanks, Steph, even though you're not here. See what?
There's remnants of New Year's Eve.
Oh,
The slush has melted and revealed the cardboard tubes.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
From what, fireworks or something? So what brings you out today, sir?
I'm here to.
Cheers, bud. Thanks for the chat.
Not a problem, Bob. I'm here to talk to the politicians.
Yeah?
I got a few questions, like about East Palestine. and
What would you
why-
like? Ask me. I'd love to hear them.
Okay, so you said a derailment in Ohio, and they burned off some of the most toxic chemicals known to man, and all of that particulate fell on us, and it probably is still falling on us. And so I contacted my democratically elected representatives. Why no one is doing anything? Like, we're being warned about monkeypox. Monkeypox is a national emergency. So I'm here to talk to some politicians about that. What's going on? Are we all being like, this is it?
Also, over in Dublin, they managed to squash that, eh? The had to be vaccinated to get transplanted over in Dublin. Well, unfortunately here, I guess there hasn't been enough uprising, so that's still a mandate here in Canada if you want a transplant. From what I've heard, anyways, I haven't been firsthand experience. Yeah, what else would you say to a politician if they are here right now?
There's a court ruling in Toronto and in Hamilton saying that parents have the right to not vaccinate their children. Yesterday was Toronto. The court sided with the Crown, saying it's misinformation, medical misinformation, facts, anti-vax propaganda. That's what we're dealing with right here.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up, isn't it?
one guy just went on the hill and he had a sign that said, "Let the doctors practice medicine." Let the doctors practice medicine.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
They're
Why
quitting,
not, right?
and they're quitting because of the red tape. They're quitting because of
They don't even let the
bureaucracy.
doctors converse about it.
How many have left for the States or warmer territory? And the replacements don't have to be vaccinated. You can have, they're bringing in, medical professionals who are not vaccinated to work in the hospitals. Human rights, they say. It's human rights. We're citizens.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess.
Something must be done for the children. Something just must be done for the children.
So when do you think Canada started being a international police? Like we're over in Haiti right now.
Okay,
Trudeau's over there trying to.
1948 was Five Eyes. That's when Australia, UK, America, New Zealand, and Canada got together to form a deep state. And all security defense information is shared. That's why when, say, public officials who are banned from classified information in their country, they go to the other Five Eyes countries to get their access. It's an interesting situation. Information and the levels of gatekeepers.
Yeah, there's definitely some truth in that for sure.
Once the the fun fact about Tesla and Trump. When Nikola Tesla died, he was working on the Manhattan Project with a doctor MIT, an expert in radar. So when Tesla died, Mr. Trump was given all of Tesla's archives. That's Donald Trump's archives.
And punished for their crime. We know who you are.
So you don't think Trump is the savior then?
We know where you've been and we know where you're going.
I think he,
we will not stop until we have our justice. Justice for the dead.
He's the most persecuted human since Jesus. That's Senator Larry Campbell, former chief of police of Vancouver and now a Canadian senator.
Well, he was having a good laugh at everybody when he walked by.
Yeah, cool. Because Vancouver is the real clown show.
Trudeau's a dick. Am I allowed to say that now, or is that hate speech?
Yeah. Expressing an opinion. It's a fact. Just say it's a fact. It's a fact. Interesting. Some of the drivers are wearing masks and others are not.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's mandated by the company. I think it's just some people think that it's giving
religion.
them.
Yeah.
Some people think that it's going to provide them some safety to wear their diapers, their tissues on their face. But you know what? Hey, to each their own, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, remember, it started with it started when they were banning air travel. The air in an airplane gets filtered 5 times. It's got the most modern filters, that you can make, and they were still forcing, children to wear masks in this situation. Probably still are, right? And, that there's only one country that has to be vaccinated to enter from the United States. That's Canada. Yeah. So that's a nice case of class action on discrimination.
Hi, Mima. Thanks for joining the chat.
Okay, I'll catch up.
Cheers. Thanks for chatting. All right. Well, we have no one else here chatting with us. A few people across the street. I don't know where Jeremy. Jeremy was here, but I guess he's taken off now.
Another empty bus on a closed street.
You guys can't probably hear these guys what they're yelling across the street, eh? We're gonna have to relocate so you can hear some of them what they're saying. It's kind of comical. Well, your freedom fighters, there they are, your Ottawa ones, anyways. These guys are pretty solid out here daily. They were out here this morning fighting with the bylaw officer relative to their music and their chairs. bylaw officers just down the street about 100 feet, keeping an eye on us, making sure we behave. And apparently, you can notice these guys have some carts across the street. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Yeah, they got little carts. And if you take your speaker out of the cart and put it on the ground, then you'll get a fine. It's got to be left in the cart. And they even tried to take away their chairs today. Yeah, it's a pretty nut job place here sometimes, that's for sure. I guess basketball, you're talking about those clowns that just walked by. Senator, whoever that guy said he was, I forget who he said he was, but they were having a good comical laugh at the freedom fighters. Thinking it's a joke, of course, because, you know, these guys will have bunkers if shit hits the fan, but we won't. There's a few people sitting around watching the show. Let's see if we can pan around a little bit, see what's up. So there's your Parliament buildings over there, and then it's going to be on a bit of an angle here, making you guys feel like you haven't had your V8 juice today. But let me see if I can fix that without spilling my coffee this time. That's Turdough's office right there, as you guys probably know. That dirty old building there that should have eggs on all the windows, but for some reason it doesn't. I kept thinking about going to Costco and getting a bunch of eggs, but I don't want to get myself in trouble, I guess. Let's go back over here. That is the building they have all over here right there. There's where they have all the meetings that they, the little pony show that they show on TV where they pretend to yell at each other and ask each other questions just for show. Really, nothing ever comes out of it. Just seems to be a waste of our tax dollars, if you ask me. But, you know, maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Zoom in on these guys. Maybe, I don't know. Can you see the fire back there? Oh, yeah, you can just see it there a little bit. Yeah, basketball, it is actually a pretty nice place. Unfortunately, when I do live streams, the clarity is not very good. But yeah, the buildings are pretty decent, especially when it's a nice sunny day. This is the one that they're doing all the construction on right now. I'm not sure what they're doing. Some people say they're building tunnels underneath it so then Trudeau doesn't have to cross the street. Might be true. I could see him doing that. I can understand why he wouldn't want to show himself out here. Yeah, I ended up getting the stream going a little bit early so you guys can see what it was like on the Thursday night. Pretty peaceful here, not too many people. I'm assuming tomorrow it's going to be a little bit more. Hopefully a few more fighters, freedom fighters will show up, and not that Turdough will. Anyways, he seems to run everywhere every time. He seems to go sun tanning when shit's hitting the fan in his city. Leaves it for everyone else. We'll get out here first thing tomorrow morning and see what kind of clowns we can get in going and out of the building. Always nice to see. Well, just reading Railroaded is letting us know. Also, Trudeau will be here tomorrow. Yeah, he's definitely not shy of flying around, that's for sure. And holding media. Yeah, I tried to get into these media places, but they only allow the propaganda cameras. So they won't let me in. But I tried. I've tried a couple times. But maybe it's the way I'm requesting permission. I always say, hey, wondering if you'll allow me in. I'm an independent journalist. I'd like to gather some content for a story, or are you only allowing the propaganda cameras in? The paid for cameras. So they don't let me in. But next week, I'm pretty excited to be hanging out with Christine Anderson. Hopefully, I'll get to ask her a few questions. On Monday, we'll be going on Family Day. We'll be going to the farm, having a pig roast. Hopefully, it tastes pretty good. I've had some bad experience in the past with a pig roast, so I'm hoping this one's more of a success. And then, so Monday, there'll be a massive convoy with about 40 transport trucks, I've been told, about 40 pickup trucks, all decorated to the nine. So they'll be, well, it's actually supposed to be still an undisclosed starting position. So I won't mention where they're leaving from so I don't get myself in trouble, but I'll be covering that. Apparently, Christine will be taking a ride in a semi truck from the start of the convoy all the way to the farm, which is basically near African Lion Safari. So that's going to be pretty exciting, be able to get that footage. I'm going to try to do as much live coverage as I can. And but I'm also going to be trying to fly my drone around getting some footage from the air because that'll be pretty neat, pretty good footage. Pretty neat to try to get all those trucks, from the air will be some nice shots. So it'll be an exciting day. I'm looking forward to it. Sunday night, I'm going to sleep in my truck at the Vaughan Mills area somewhere. Guess gave you a hint there, didn't I? So yeah, you're right. Especially when I just reading that last message from Spicy Peach. And yes, especially when they put on the red lights. How long does it take to roast a pig? So the last pig roast I went to, I think they started roasting. Oh, geez, was it the day before? I think it might have been the day before we were planning on eating it. I'm not 100% sure. For some reason, I think midnight. We were going to eat at 6 p.m. and I think they started it on at about midnight. I'm not 100% sure. I see Spicy Peach says a couple days, and that would probably make sense. Um, but I don't know. The last one I went to, I'm not sure if it wasn't gutted properly or something, but it had, yeah, it had a strange flavor. Let's just put it that way. Um, Maybe it was just me, but I think Bourbon agrees with me. There was a bit of an odor, and a bit of a different taste. Let's put it that way. So I'm not. On one hand, I'm excited to go to the farm and try this pig roast again, but on the other hand, I'm a little apprehensive. But it should be a great time, anyways. Life of D, freedom, absolutely. Keep on the fight. Go down fighting. There's no point in being on our knees so Trudeau can get his rocks off. That's not going to help anybody. Might as well go down fighting. Hopefully, it's not a losing battle, but sometimes it feels like it, that's for sure. The numbers are getting smaller. As you can see, a year ago, these streets were packed. Absolutely packed a year ago. I sure do miss it. Sorry about the angle. But yeah, he's all the way down there was just lined with vehicles. All the way down here, packed with trucks, packed with trucks. Well, that's why I'm looking forward to this convoy on Monday, because seeing all the semi trucks and all their horny occupants blasting their horns, traveling through the cities. Heard they're going to go. There's an overpass in Hamilton that is going to be advertised so people can go out and watch the convoy of vehicles go by. Yeah, absolutely. You're right, Bourbon. Ground zero for sure. Right here behind me, as you guys can probably see. Well, you can't see if it's not pointing that way, but behind me we have Mr. Terry, and basically the Rebel News reporter was shot in the leg just a little bit over by Trudeau's office, and she was carried over to here to try to get some water in her eyes and stuff, but she had tear gas all over. It was disgusting. Oh, I got to read that last comment. Somebody's an experienced.
Another year of freedom.
Oh, okay. So, well, hopefully, who was that just said that? Railroaded. Yeah. So hopefully the next one will be good.
You can drop us off out of town. You can beat us with batons. But you can't stop us.
You guys can't hear that guy in that loud horn, can you?
We're not leaving until we get our freedom and our justice. We want peace. Peace is coming.
Well, I was certainly hoping there would be a lot more people here, but I guess it is Thursday. There's quite, I know there's probably about 100 more joining us tomorrow. Bourbon, did you get a ticket for Mondays? Are you coming to the farm on Monday? Oh, you can hear the guy in the loudspeaker. Can you hear that music? Oh, wow, that'll be awesome. Look forward to seeing you there then. Yeah, so Monday will be what did they call it? The fringy family farm fun. Um, oh, good. I'm just getting that off Spicy Peach there. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of glad that you can't hear it because then I'll have YouTube all mad with me. They're playing Michael Jackson. I don't know what that big crash bang is over at the building, but and then Tuesday, I'll be going to a gala in Toronto, a VIP gala in Toronto with Christine Anderson and some other folk. I think that's Tuesday. And that should be interesting. Little suit and tie stuff. An opportunity to apparently sit with her. This guy, that guy, the bus that just went past, he shot us the bird last time we drove by. Not so friendly a guy, I guess. It would have been nice to get him on camera doing that. So, needless to say, someone called in and trying to get him in trouble. So I don't think that was part of his job description. .429 project. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're saying about modern slavery, and it does seem that it's separating the sheep from the lions. That's for sure. And unfortunately, there's a lot of sheep. And, when you come here, you really notice it. You really see it a lot. Um, you get all the people dressed in their fancy clothes, and they're giving us all dirty looks. If you're not one of them, if you want to come around here and walk freely without getting the cops in your way, you just wear, a nice coat and a mask, and they'll assume you're local and part of the thing. Safety first, right? Put some tissue on our face and think we're safe. But it doesn't bother me when I see people with their masks on. Obviously to each their own. It's kind of like a scarf this time of year. And I was actually talking with a guy the other day. Forget where I was, but he ended up spitting on me without, So some people, a mask can come in handy. The ones that are missing their front teeth and spit a lot. Just kidding about the teeth part, I think, but. Well, I've got Daisy, the security team, in the hotel room. We're staying at Ark, the hotel. Not too many hotels here allow a dog, so that's our choice. I'm a repeat offender at that hotel. It seems all right. It's a little expensive for what you get, though, but it's close by. It's only 2 blocks away. I found you watching Portland Andy. Who is Portland Andy? Jack, that's funny. I like that. Local or loco. Yeah, that's about it for sure. Oh, looks like we got the police here coming to hang out with us. Oh, music must be too loud. Uh-oh. We got bylaw, a couple more cops down there, and Mr. Cop. I bet you it's for the music, maybe. I don't know.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's another great day of standing up for freedom.
The Parliamentary Police Service are coming to discuss probably the level of music, maybe. Maybe he does not a Michael Jackson fan. Not sure what they're all about. Might be coming to measure everybody's flagpoles. We got a guy here behind me yelling, "Get a job." He must be one of the locals. I guess you guys didn't hear, but I don't know if you heard that guy. Some guy just walked behind me yelling, "Get a job." Kind of got one. Just doesn't pay any money. Will eventually. And I got this job here, running around my camera, starting to spread the word, keeping people honest. It's actually more of a hobby. I'm starting to enjoy it. Really looking forward to Monday and trying to capture some of the convoy with my drone. That'll be fun. I actually crashed my drone the other day. That sucked. Only cost me $15 to fix it, but and then I went over top of the Thames River and almost did the same thing driving into hydro wires. Now that would have cost me a lot more than $15 had I gone for a swim in the Thames River. So I'll have to watch that video, everyone, that I've posted. I put a short on my one channel and I put the long version on my other channel, hoping to try to get a few more subscribers on that other channel. That's obviously my business channel, so I'll have to keep it clean. You'll see no freedom stuff on there. The two don't mix. My broker already forewarned me to be careful. So, but at the same point in time, so I plan on going to a lot of the different parks and other attractions in London and putting them on my other channel, trying to promote London in some way, even though I'm not a big fan. The worst thing about London, I'll tell you, is the traffic, the lights. It sucks. It's just red light after red light after red light. I wonder what this cop's doing here, besides being annoying, blocking our view. All right, I'll check out Portland, Andy, Spicy. Hi, Summer Blossom. Thanks for the positive feedback. Appreciate that. Yeah, it sucks when you got to take a jab to travel, but I guess you do what you got to do. What's that? Oh, I can't believe. Yeah, that's pretty courageous, eh? Or something, anyways. Yeah, somebody here. Check out where they parked. Oh, sorry about that. Over here, that is definitely not a allowable parking spot, but she's gotten away with it so far. Well, it's getting a little bit darker out. Hopefully the picture's okay for you guys. Once it gets too dark, obviously I'll have to shut her down. But I figured I'd get her rolling early because I figured the sun would go down pretty early. The sky's full of clouds here. Lots of cloud coverage. Not a very shiny day. Supposed to be a big storm tonight. Well, I shouldn't say big storm, but there's supposed to be some bad weather coming tonight, freezing rain. Huh. So I will get out first thing tomorrow morning, and hopefully we'll catch all the government workers heading into the office. Get them on camera. They tend to avoid the gathering of these freedom fighters, though, which I guess I could understand. They're not very popular with this crowd. You gonna go move it? I don't see any tickets. Oh, they're probably called a tow truck. The gentleman saying that they thought they noticed the bylaw officer coming to that vehicle I showed you that's parked illegally. And I'm thinking that maybe instead of a ticket, they're calling the tow truck. And then that cop showed up, so they might be waiting for a tow truck. But I thought they had the tow trucks on standby. Like I know a couple times I've been here when they expect trouble, the tow trucks sit over there. Yeah. There wasn't any when I took my dog for a walk a couple hours ago. But yeah. Normally that's where they're hanging out. I bet they'll definitely be there tomorrow. Man, I'd love to know how much those guys made last year. And how long after the event were they on standby? Every time I came here, there was 3 or 4 parked there. Yep. So I guarantee. Oh yeah. But oh yeah, one guy came out and got right angry with me because I was got the camera and I was inspecting his truck. So I have an AZ license, and I figured I would just look over before you drive your truck, you got to inspect it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to inspect this guy's truck and see if I see any defaults. So I found the one truck, and the one part was all rusty and falling off in pieces. So I had the camera right up on it, and then I got to the other truck guy. My buddy jumped out of the truck, started yelling at me, and all aggressive. I said, "Hey man, I was just checking it out for our safety, right? You can't be rolling down the road with stuff falling off. Safety first."
Welcome. Thank you for coming. You're in the right place. Ottawa, standing up for freedom. Still here. We're still here.
For what?
For the truckers at the tow trucks at the convoy. Remember the emergency act that enabled them to make them tow?
We have our
What
peace.
was the consequences?
We have our justice.
They lose everything, lose their
I have
business.
no idea. I have no idea, but yeah, you
Wouldn't be good.
no, it wouldn't be good. Like, just think, like, for number one, MTO is, they've got more power than the cops, so they can sit there and if you made an enemy of them, and that would really hurt your business because you'd be pulled over all the time. And I'm sure, have some kind of power over the tow truck companies once that was enacted. Because I know that, like that's what their argument was, right? That some of the tow truck companies said, screw that, we're not doing it.
Well, yeah, I think almost all, everybody would. Pretty much, maybe the exception of a couple, but I think everybody would.
Well, the one tow truck, PM Towing in Windsor at the Ambassador Bridge, I got him on footage of him doing a tow, and he went on Google, and he went from like 5-star to 1-star, man. He got hit really bad. And I think that's one of the reasons tow truck companies didn't want to get involved. Like, it hurts their reputation.
Well, that also would have hurt their business, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to use you again. You towed my truck away during the con.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, like whenever I use a new business or look for a new business, I use that Google reviews a lot. Like when I come to a strange town, I'm trying to find something to eat. I go on Google, I put in food, and whoever's got the best, I'm looking for fish and chip, whoever's got the best score, I go there.
Oh, yeah.
And it usually works.
So yeah, it's pretty imperative to try to keep a good.
What was the cop doing when he came over and was shooting shit with those?
Oh, that lady brought all that merch there. So they're really, or sweaters, I should say, not merch. But anytime anybody wanted to bring a T-shirt, that kind of started since Canada Day. Anytime anybody brought like some shirts to hand out or whatever, they say, no, you need a permit because you're a vendor. You can't do that, even if they're for free. Even if they're not selling, passing up free. No, you can't have box shirts there. But so that's why they got them loaded up in the wagon. Because as soon as they come and say you can't be here, then they'll. That's what we'll do. We'll just take all the wagons and just like kind of walk around. Then they say you're fine until they disappear. Then we'll go back. Just the dance we all do. Eh?
Playing the game, eh?
All right, just chatting with one of the guys here, one of the freedom fighters, trying to find out what's going on. Hey, Big Dice, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure. I enjoy coming out to these places. I'm actually quite apprehensive sometimes about before I get the camera fired up, but once I get it fired up and start sharing, and I don't know, it feels good. I enjoy it. It's actually starting to be a hobby, and I've always looked for a hobby and wanted a hobby. Thought a hobby would be a good thing, so there you go. I got myself a hobby. Um, I really like the feedback you guys give me and the appreciation that I get for doing it. So that's always nice. I love helping people. I think tomorrow is help someone day or something. What do they call that? Do something kind for somebody day. I forget what they call it, but tomorrow's supposed to be do something nice for someone day. So I'm gonna be out streaming basically all day. I figures I'll get up at about 6 a.m., walk the dog, hang out with the dog for a while, tire her out, put her down to bed. Then I'm going to jump out here to the Parliament building, start streaming live tomorrow morning. Well, as long as it's not raining. And we'll start streaming live, see if we can catch some of these government parasites on camera, see if they got anything fun to say, nice to say, anything good to say, see if any of them are willing to chat, and then back home for lunch for a little bit, then back out tomorrow afternoon. We'll get the parasites when they leave the office, see how their day was, and then we'll get out tomorrow night. There'll probably be a march tomorrow night. There should be a lot more people here tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come pretty heavy with the police show here tomorrow. Be interesting to see. Get everything closed down, and I'm sure there'll be a lot more police tomorrow. It was pretty easy to get in today. There is no control zone or red zone, whichever one you want to call it. So it was easy to get in here today. Um, Tomorrow, I think it'll be a different story, especially after all these office folk go home. So early tomorrow afternoon, they'll probably start putting in the barricades and shutting down the hill to make it difficult in case anybody was planning on coming here and causing a problem. Don't know why they're so afraid of bouncy castles, though, and hopefully, I don't know who's all going out on Monday, but hopefully I'll see you all at the farm. I look forward to seeing Bourbon at the farm, meeting Christine Anderson. Should be a blast. I'm pretty excited about it. That'll be a fun live stream. I really hope that they've got good cellular signal there so I can do a live stream. Otherwise, I'll just have to grab footage and content and post a video. Hey, Ronald, thank you very much. I appreciate the positive feedback. Gotta love it. Thank you. Big dice, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with freedom being a great hobby. Oh, you're asking the wrong guy. I did see go down here and turn left, and on your right hand side looked like some kind of train station parliament thing.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Cheers. So there you go. We had our first interaction, I think, here with a drag. This guy's got a little skirt on. Oops. Looks like a nice guy, though, anyways. Oops, sorry about that. Hey, Railroaded. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like the live, and I tell you why I prefer to go live if I can. I understand it's not as good quality picture, but the live seems to capture everything. It's unedited and it's real. And it seems to be the couple times where I'm just when I can't do live and I put the camera down for a minute, that's when shit seems to happen and I miss capturing the footage. So at least now, the thing's rolling all the time. You can't miss anything. It's ready to go. Boom, something happens. I just, jump on it. Don't miss anything. Big Dice, I totally agree with you. I think that's an excellent idea. More people need to get out more often. Um, you know, Ideally, there's a lot of people, oh, what are you guys still fighting for? Everything's fine. Well, it's not really fine. There's a lot of people in this country that are still experiencing negative effects over the whole mandates, and we were talking about it earlier. So, um, and not only that, like, that's great. There's only a few mandates left out there, which are still worthy of fighting against. But let's talk about the future mandates coming down. If they know everybody's just going to bend over and take it, then why won't they just give it, right? If we're all going to be sheep, then they're definitely going to just treat us like sheep. That's my thoughts, anyways. I think it's worthy standing up. You know, I'd rather go down fighting. That's what I keep saying. Go down fighting. There's no advantage to just being on your knees and come here, Turdough. Let me service you. No, thank you. That guy's got to understand that every time he goes out in public, we got to give him that welcoming that he got in Hamilton. That was so awesome. Thank you to everybody that got out in Hamilton and made sure Turdough was got the greeting that he deserves. Well, it's kind of a beautiful evening here. Apparently, it's going to get really cold tomorrow. We're going to go down to -20 tomorrow night. So it'll be nice and chilly, kind of more like it was a year ago. Today, it's been like 0, 1 degree here. There's still snow here up in Ottawa. I'm from the London area. We don't have any snow anymore. It's all gone due to the warm weather we've had. I think it was 15 degrees on Wednesday in London. So that pretty much guaranteed most of the snow, if not all of it, was gone. But here I've noticed when I went to the park, there was definitely a good 12 inches of snow. So Ottawa's a little bit chillier. And over at the park, they have, I guess there's the Rideau Canal. They haven't been able to skate on it yet this year because we haven't had a good enough long spread of cold weather. So they're hoping in the next week or two people can get out and do some skating on the canal.
The nation's capital. Beautiful Ottawa, Wellington Street.
For anybody who doesn't know, we're here on Wellington Street at Parliament Hill. If you couldn't guess,
Keeping the struggle for freedom going.
keeping the struggle for
We
freedom
want our
going.
freedom. We want peace. We want justice. We'll be here every day till we get that. Our numbers are high.
Just listening to the guy in the loudspeaker there.
Every day, more and more people join us. Why? Because they've had some sort of interaction with the empire, yes. That's left a bruise. It looks like a boot heel mark on them. Yes? And they've been stepped on by the man. And they stand up and they join us. And no matter what they do, they can try to intimidate us. They can try to stop us. But we will not stop. And we will have our victory and our freedom. We will have our peace. And then we will have our justice.
Here comes Mr. Green. Some of you might know him. How's it going? Yeah.
community, okay, or the drag queen shows that's going on Spark Street and all that stuff. What happened was he reported one of my videos and said, I want to talk to the organizers. I want to get it shut down because a family-friendly event should not have a drag queen show there, right? It's 18 plus. So what happened was I made a video, so Purse Nuggets and all those rainbow people, all those people in that community reported it to the cops. And the cops talked to me and they said I'm allowed to be there. I wasn't attacking their community. I was making the people who were running the event to say, hey, be a little more discretion and be private with this. No kid should go up there and give a drag queen that stands around $5. I got a photo of it, $5. Someone sent me that they were given to a little, the kid must have been about 6 years old, given 5 or 6, given a drag queen $5. This is not a strip club, people. That's disgusting. I've been photographing Winterloo for 9 years as a local photographer, and I stood up against them, and they assaulted us completely, and they never got arrested. The funny thing is, my friend gets assaulted in front of the cops on a live TikTok, okay? I said, that live saved for 90 days. You know what happens after it gets saved for 90 days? Then it disappears. But magically it disappeared. Really? Yeah, it magically fucking disappeared because they didn't want proof that this guy got assaulted. That's how corrupt it is.
I think one of the drags just walked past here.
Yeah, well, it's just, I look at it like this. All day I wasn't feeling good, I had a migraine and stuff. I figured going out and having a coffee, I'd feel better, get a little fresh air. You know what I mean? I'll be back here this weekend, and I guarantee there's going to be numbers, and these people need to be accountable for what they're doing, man. Pushing this woke agenda on children. You know what I mean? I don't have any kids, but that's besides the point. You don't do that. It's not, we're not coming into society like that with the kids. It's distasteful and it's wrong. And like 20, 30 years ago, you would have never had that in our society, pushing this woke agenda on kids. Never. Scary thought that we live in, that we can't even stand, oh, kids can be kids, yes. When you're old enough, when you're 15, when you're 16, 17 years old before you're an adult, you can make little suggestions. And that's about it, you know what I mean? You can make suggestions of what your sexuality wants to be, because you're starting to become a young, growing into a young adult. You can make your own, kind of your own decisions. Other than that, leave the kids alone.
I agree 200%.
And if you're not going to leave the kids alone, you're going to have me being as a Christian, being as peaceful as I can to stop this. Because if I wasn't a Christian, that show already would have been shut down. But thank God I'm a Christian, because that show is still able to go. It's going to go tomorrow night. It's going to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's even going to go Family Day. And trust me. Yeah, all weekend long, right down there, Dragon. Yep. Right in front of the Canadian, the bank there. Bank of. It's just right. You walk right down Spark Street there. Walk it all the way down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Family Day. I'm going to have all these peaceful people here, and we are going to be peaceful. We're going to make a little bit of peace. We're going to make our presence be known. We're not going to do anything wrong, but we need to be known. Tomorrow night we're going to make our presence known all weekend. This is wrong, and we need to stand up for freedom.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. Thank you for your service. Good job. Keep it up. You got a suit coming.
Freedom fighter, you want to listen to us?
I don't know who it was, but suit and tie guy. Thought we'd throw him on camera. He didn't seem to like it. So that was Mr. Green, folks. He's an Ottawa freedom fighter. As you can hear, he's definitely not pro. He's not pro the drag show that's going on. You know, it's one thing to be a drag and who really cares what you do on your own time. But this whole dragging with children, and apparently children putting $5 into the drag's bikini, that's a little excessive. So we got a gentleman here. That gentleman I thought was going to stop and listen for a little bit, but he decided to get going. Somebody's down there causing a problem with the cops. Got to keep an eye on that. Yeah, it sounds like grooming to me too. Well, it looks like somebody might have shot me a couple bucks there. Basketball fan, thank you very much. I appreciate the sponsor. That's fantastic. Mighty kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, just gonna keep an eye on that guy that's down there talking to the cops because I usually like to have a 10-foot little space between me and the cops in case I got to try to run. Ooh, actually got quiet for a moment. The music stopped and the loudspeaker stopped. Starting to get a little bit more chilly. Can't complain though. Really, I think it's only about -1 or 2 or something like that. I don't know. Definitely got the cops, Eager Beaver, coming by, checking us out. What do we got? There's only about 3 or 4 cop cars. There was a paddy wagon earlier in case they needed to throw us in it, but I guess they figured we were doing pretty peaceful, so they took off. I don't know where everybody went. I think they're maybe up there by the fire, keeping warm or something. I think we should change locations. Let's move it over a bit. See if we can get the fire in the background so you guys can stay warm. There we go. That's probably better. Probably can't see it too well, but basically right underneath the tower there at the bottom, there's a little the gaslit fire that's supposed to never be turned off, but they actually did turn it off. When was that? During Rolling Thunder, they had it turned off. But that's supposed to stay lit. I forget what the whole pony show thing is all about, but for some reason it's supposed to stay lit. What a nice night out here on the hill. So much more peaceful than it was a year ago. Well, what day is today? Thursday? Oh, no. Thursday was still fun. I actually got here on Thursday before Family Day weekend a year ago. I left the Windsor Ambassador Bridge, watched us get our asses kicked there, and knew that they were coming here next. So I hauled my butt up here to Ottawa to try to basically warn people what was coming because I don't think people really understood what was about to happen. And I watched it happen to the people that were at the Ambassador Bridge getting violently put into ambulances and then into the paddy wagon afterwards once the paramedics checked them out. So I rushed up here, and Thursday everything here was still all hugs and kisses. It was a great time. People, like I said, didn't know what was coming. Friday, the police started building up their police force and started getting into position. And then Saturday, the shit hit the fan, and they kicked everybody off of the street on the one day. It was quite the movement, that's for sure. I was surprised to see how quickly they could remove thousands of people. Uh-oh, don't get me. Just trying to get out of their shot. Yeah, I'm streaming live on YouTube. Or as my mother calls it, Devil Tube. She's from a different era. So, just some people taking some photos. Are you guys tourists? You must be if you got your camera out. Where are you from? Alberta, right on. So what brought you here? Oh, okay. Right on. Well, enjoy it. There's lots of beautiful things to take some photos of. If you go see where that statue is over there, there's some really nice viewpoint there over the river. Yeah, it looks really nice. You can get some good shots from up there. No, you can go right through here and then walk over to that statue. Yeah, absolutely. It's really nice. The street's closed. You can just cross anywhere. Yeah, the street's closed. Only cops will come up and down. If they hit you, you're in for the money. All right, just helping some fellow tourists from Alberta here for an AOF meeting, I think they said. But yeah, there's a really, I told him to go basically right over there to where that statue is. And there's a really beautiful viewpoint over the river. Great shots. Great shots. Well, some freedom fighters from Montreal have just showed up. Some hugs. See, look at all those hugs. There's your freedom fighters. So dangerous, they hug each other. Well, it's getting a little dark. The screen looks dark, anyways. Hello, Canadian Kevin. How are you doing? Freedom.
We are here close to you for freedom. We're here to sell some freedom. Everybody's got a little bit of freedom, but how would you like to have your freedom upgraded? Everybody can use a little bit more freedom. If we're having a
Right on, Canadian Kevin. Enjoy your day in Toronto on Saturday. Hopefully, there's a big turnout. Hopefully, you guys do a massive march and spread the word. Maybe slow down some traffic a little bit. Peacefully protest. Bring lots of cameras. Take lots of pictures. Which reminds me, oh, I didn't bring my other camera. Well, the sky's clearing up. Let's see. Oh, if I spin you this way. Oh, Canadian Kevin will be live streaming. That's pretty cool. What's your channel? Is that on YouTube? Will you be live streaming? Or the Facebook? I'll tell you what, I did my first tweet the other day. I'm a tweeter now. I like to say that to my daughter to make fun of her. Hey, second class. How's it going? Where are you? Are you not here? I don't see you. Oh, good. We got the music going. Canadian Kevin, I ask again, what is your platform that you stream on? Is it Facebook or YouTube? YouTube. Oh, there he is. Right on. Just a slow typer, eh? So, YouTube, what's the channel? 1 hour, second class. What's up? Did you get lost? Well, fortunately, you're not going to have a problem getting in. They haven't shut down the place or nothing. Yeah, so what's your handle, Kevin? We can maybe get you a few subs so people can watch what's going on in Toronto tomorrow. I mean, Saturday. Second class citizen has joined us in the stream. There's another YouTube channel you guys can sub to and watch what's going on. Another active freedom fighter capturing content for y'all, keeping people honest with the cameras rolling. That's what we all got to do. Can't believe everything the propaganda cameras tell you. Wish the government would start paying me the money they pay those propaganda cameras. No, not like last year. Not yet. Last year, yeah, definitely last year at this time, there's concrete barriers everywhere. I have a feeling tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, you're going to start, they'll probably set up the control zone, as they call it, the red zone. But it's not set up yet. Good day, sir. How you doing? Not too bad. Nice little shot, eh?
that what you're aiming for?
Yeah, I've got a little bit of the fire going, and you sure you don't want to go landscape? Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, the cranes do kind of wreck the view a bit, don't they? But oh well, at least it's not full of police. That's good. Yeah, just streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, that's the demo?
Well, the hill in itself, and yeah, the people gathering, making sure the police keep themselves and behave themselves. Everyone tends to behave themselves a lot more when there's a camera rolling. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, the cops don't want to beat the crap out of people when they know they're on camera. Oh no, not they won't do that tonight. They're peaceful and not causing a problem. But you never know. You never know. After you saw it a couple times, you just never know when it'll go down.
So you here for the weekend?
Yeah. How about you?
I work here.
Oh, you work here? So you live here?
I live here too.
Yeah. What do you do? Are you Trudeau's assistant or?
No, not a Turdough assistant. I'm a senator.
Oh, a senator. Senator, do you want to share your name?
Andrew Cardozo.
Andrew Cardozo. Now we're getting the speaker out, so now people can hear you. So this microphone is, it's got to be really close in order to hear.
Okay, no, you don't have to. You don't have to record me. It's okay.
No. So what brings you out for the spectating? Just
Oh, I'm just going
for a
from
walk?
my office to my office. This is partway through my workday.
Oh, okay. So what do you think about what's going on with the world these days?
Complex topic.
Very complex, isn't it?
It's coming apart in some ways. We're not broken. We're not broken anyway, but there's a lot of polarization.
Yeah, there's definitely it's perplexing. Like quite frankly, when you try to think you know and understand what's going on, new information comes to light or something, and it just seems to be always a guessing game. As a minion, I'm not a senator, but as a minion, I'm constantly guessing what's going on. I don't.
Oh,
I,
me too.
yeah. So would you think that like senators and MPs are they kept out of the loop? Like constantly guessing. I would have thought you guys might
Well,
know more what's
I
happening.
think we're always guessing about what's happening in the world. There's
Yeah.
a lot of changes taking place.
Yeah.
You know, when the convoy was here, I wasn't here at the time, I wasn't a senator at the time, but, you know, I wouldn't have expected that to happen. So that was a lot of guessing what would happen, how that would roll out.
Thank you for coming. Welcome. We're here for the freedom. We're staying for the
Expected
freedom.
that to happen. Are you referring to Convoy itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have expected them to stay here for all those weeks.
No, that was definitely a surprise. You definitely know something's wrong when Canadians are willing to step up to that degree. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
There's a lot of different herds going on, right?
absolutely.
They had one set of herds, a lot of other people are hurt, indigenous people are hurting, a lot of poor people are hurting.
Absolutely. I was having that conversation with someone earlier. The going groceries. I can only, I only buy what's on sale. I don't
Me
even
too.
bother looking at things anymore. I just look for what's on sale and I buy that.
Yeah. Anyhow, you take care.
Hey, thanks for chatting with me. Would have loved to have done it a lot longer because I would have liked to dug more out of you.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you know, maybe I'll see you again sometime, but
Okay.
good for you for taking part in democracy. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.
What's your name?
Paul Gardiner.
Paul Gardner. Okay.
Yeah. Canadian Free Living is my YouTube channel.
Canadian Free Living. Okay.
Yeah, the dream.
Are you from Toronto?
London. No, no. And usually I get. Are you affiliated with Gardner Auctions? That's what's in London. A big auction house named Gardner. So no affiliation with the Expressway. No affiliation, unfortunately, with the big auction house.
You'd be a multimillionaire.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I'm neither. Again, thanks for chatting. You have a great night. Sorry, seize the day. Hopefully, I'll run into him again and be able to chat with him a bit more because to actually run into a senator here in disguise, didn't have a suit on. Big Dice, thank you very much. I appreciate the donation. I love to have the sponsors for the channel. I appreciate you guys. You're wonderful. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was kind of neat. Um, Running into a senator like that. Didn't know that's who I was talking to. Hopefully you guys could hear okay. This microphone is very isolated sound. It's reduces 96% of background noise. Um, he's over there right now talking with a group of people. He's over here right now talking with this group of people. They must have recognized him or something. But I forget what his name was again. You guys probably caught his name, hopefully. But that was kind of nice of him to actually chat for a moment. I'm going to keep an eye out for him this weekend. Seize the day. I agree with you 200%. Informed consent. You want to get a jab, get your jab. You don't want to get your jab, don't get your jab. Unfortunately, that's not the way it is. Let's see if I can spin you back over here with this lovely little picture here. So an interesting evening. Hopefully we'll run into somebody else who would like to chat with us. These guys behind us are getting all their warm clothes on. Brave folk with their vehicle there. Maybe I can see if they want me to take the whole family photo. Some people are taking a family photo with Terry Fox. What would Terry Fox say about what's going on here? I thought that senator would have been more discreet about his opinion. I think he was definitely guarded, especially after he mentioned his name. So I guess you never know who you'll run into down here. Oh, I think I got another suit coming. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, we got the bylaw here. Whoop, there goes the bylaw. I guess they're going to leave us alone still. So for anybody who didn't know, here we are at Parliament Hill, Wellington Street, Ottawa, Ontario. We are here to remind Turdough, which I don't think is anywhere here right now, that we have not forgotten what he has done in the past and continues to do to our fellow Canadians. I read an article the other day that stated Canada is the 13th most corrupt country on the planet. That was a couple of weeks ago, and I thought to myself, oh, that can't be right. You know, really? 13th? But then when you really look at it and you start opening your eyes and reading different stuff, wow, do we ever have a lot of corruption? I wonder how deep it really goes. What do you guys think? How corrupt is Canada? Is it as bad as Google says? You think it's as bad as Google says? I definitely think it's pretty bad. It seems to me like there's between the government and the media, there's some crazy stuff going on. Big Dice thinks we're in the top 5. Bourbon's got us with Ukraine. Second class, 11 out of 10. I don't know, second class, are you driving with somebody? Like, how are you able to do what you're doing? Good day, sir. How you doing? Good to see you. You behaving yourself?
I was waiting for you all day. Then you said you were here down at 12. I was going to be here at 1, but then I waited. I saw your stream was starting at 6. So I'm like, I'm going to go around 5 or something like that. I'm like, I'm not going to pass all day for no reason. Then you mentioned you were here all day. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, I only came because I thought to myself, I got here at noon and I came out and was just taking some photos and stuff and just hanging out with people.
Yeah.
And then I saw a chance to maybe catch some of these member of parliament and senators coming in and out.
Yeah.
I know, eh? Living on the edge, parking there, eh?
Yeah, but no, actually, no,
And then I thought to myself, well, geez, if I wait till 6 to start streaming, the sun's going to be going down.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, going
Yeah,
to start
that's
getting
what
dark.
I thought. I was wondering what was at 6, and then I looked my flyer, and
Nothing.
my flowers said 1 to 6. It's protest on front of his place. So
Oh,
in front of the Trudeau's office. So I was like, okay, that's what was today.
was there anybody even there though?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all those guys were there. Plus,
Oh, you've been here all day. I've been with them.
yeah. No, but
Nope.
that's what I mean. The main protest from 1 to 6 is supposed to be there and here, and
Okay.
they go back and forth. Like I said, they don't stay in one spot because then
The bylaw comes and gets it. Yeah.
They don't like our new tactic of moving like ants and we're everywhere. Meanwhile, we're nowhere, and it's like they don't like that.
How you been doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
You talked to Brian? Yeah. The trucker that never left.
Hey Brian, how you doing? You're the trucker that never left? Hey, welcome to. Hey, you want to say something?
What could I possibly
Here's
say?
the microphone. I don't know. Say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, we're still here, folks. It's always a friendly reminder that this is a peaceful demonstration. I'm not sure exactly what footage you've caught here today, but you know, we do meet up with resistance, and like I've said, there's going to be headwinds moving forward. But in the end, truth will prevail, and we're here standing on guard and trying to wake the people up to this crime that was committed back in 2020 when they launched when they rolled out the scam. And the truth is now really coming out at a frenetic pace. It's going to continue to come out. 2023 will be a year of reckoning. Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate you fighting and continuing to fight. So thank you for your service. So what would you say to the people that say, why are you still fighting? All the mandates are over.
Mandates are never over, really. I mean, they're just, if we all backed off right now, it wouldn't be long before they would try and forge ahead once again. So I think the people are tired of this. There was never any reason for it to begin with. And putting a mask over your face is not doing anything for anybody. It's only hurting you to breathe in your own CO2, not to mention the fibers that are in those masks. And I mean, come on, let's read the label on the box.
That's what I tried to encourage people to do.
Right? It tells you right there, you know. And listen to Dr. Robert Malone, the creator of the mRNA, who put it in his own body and regretted it and tells you not to do it. So don't do it.
Yeah, amen to that, my friend. Amen to that. So you've been here a year now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You live in Ottawa?
Well, I mean, I'm here at the good graces of the people of Ottawa. But yeah, I came here from Vancouver Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you came quite the way.
Well, you know, I was in Toronto and I had a strong feeling that something was up, that there was a party happening, and I was here in my car, and I went to Roman Baber's office because he was an independent at the time of 2 more weeks to flatten the curve, and there he was trying to expose this whole thing in the Parliament, and I thought, you know, I need to go there and see him, and I did, and while I was here, you know, I had a feeling that something was up, and I said, and I was telling people that I'm here for the party, although I didn't know what party I was here for. And then that call for the convoy came, and I thought, okay, this is it. But I had to race all the way back to Vancouver Island in my car to go get my Peterbilt out of storage to get back here to be a part of the convoy.
Wow.
that's
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a long drive, eh?
Yeah.
How many hours is
I did double the miles, right? There and back. Met a lot of resistance along the way. It was horrible. The conditions of the roads and the things that they were doing when you wanted to walk into a business somewhere. And I mean, I just feel so sorry for the business owners. They're being attacked from both ends. The people that don't want to comply with these mandates, which are not laws, and then the government coming down the other side and putting this pressure, we're going to fine you this and fine you that if you don't do our dirty work for us. So where are the vendors at this point in time? And then they shut down all the small business, dangle carrots in front, well, here, we're just going to give you money. They never give you anything. They're going to be held to account for that. Oh, here, no, we're just going to give you money, but they shut down the businesses. And then where does all the money go? To Walmart, Costco, BlackRock, and Vanguard. That's the money trail, so on it goes. Absolutely. You know what? This is the finish line right here, okay? This is why we say hold the line at Parliament Hill, because it starts and ends right here. This is where it ends. And, the problem with this country is this top-down government, okay? And what we truly need is that every riding in this country is represented by an independent for that riding. And that's how you will create a bottom-up government, a ground-up, not top-down.
Government for the people.
Absolutely, by the people, for the people. That's what we need.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I 200% agree. So what do you think about everyone that's going to Winnipeg?
I think it's fantastic. They should be coming here. And hopefully, you know what? Hopefully they'll rally the troops and come here. And not when it's so cold. So, you know what? Here we come. March is just around the corner. The warmer weather will be on its way.
I'm thinking the reason why a lot of people went to Winnipeg instead of here was just the fear of what happens. Like Trudeau's not very welcoming.
Right?
Right?
Well, we don't need to fear him. That's the last thing we want to do is fear. We don't fear. We never fear these. Don't fear evil.
No. No, I'm with you.
Yeah. The power's in the numbers.
Absolutely, and that's why it was
10 million Canadians right now. Now we show I won't say start to fatigue. But people are pissed off. Okay, over 10 million talented Canadians that are pissed off. 10 million probably that we may never reach, but those 40% that are in the middle, we need to wake them up.
So you think there's going to be a turning point?
I do. And I think 2023.
I really hope you're correct.
I believe something doesn't happen. So.
I really hope that you're correct. I really do.
The thing is the evidence is so clear. The evidence is just, you can only hide from the truth for so long. It's going to slap you in the face, and the truth is going to continue to slap you in the face until you wake up. And what's happening in Newfoundland right now? They can't hide the bodies. They don't have the infrastructure there to hide the bodies. They're piling up. Crematoriums, funeral homes expanding. I mean, it's incredible.
You share with me a little bit. I don't know what's going on in Newfoundland.
Well, just it's getting harder and harder in Newfoundland to keep up with the body count. Some people are dying. They're dying all over the place, but it's harder to hide it in Newfoundland than it is to hide it in other provinces.
And what's your thoughts on why they're dying?
They're dying because they've been poisoned.
Through the jab?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's sad.
It's sad, yeah. It's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
It's genocide. I've been awake to this for a considerable length of time, and I was out there in the mountains, okay, alone, and very much feeling like a lone voice crying in the wilderness, but very much awake to this, and telling people that, listen, this country is at war. This is a biological warfare. This country is at war. And it's just that, during that beginning of this all, there was not a lot of people to turn to. I mean, so many people were just running and living in fear. And I felt very much alone, until the convoy, which was a spark, which was really a real ignition to the whole thing. There were. Sorry?
You don't think that plane's dying down?
No, not at all. really, quite frankly, is these large groups splintered down into smaller groups, and those smaller groups are still of the same mind and body, and those smaller groups are going to find others, and then they'll continue to mushroom again, and we'll come back stronger because it's all coming back together again. Make no mistake about it.
Any suggestion on how that could happen and sooner than later? Like, how do we get the? If there's no plan, I can't see how this can turn around.
Well, one of the things is if you go back not so far, Justin Trudeau was out there telling the Canadian people that this was just a small group of a fringe minority. Well, that's clearly not the truth. And one of the things that we could do to accelerate this is to encourage people at a specific date at a specific time to do a flag wave across the country. Send in your overpass to a central data system. Send in your pictures of the number of people at your overpass. Do it across the country. Give us the tally at your spot and send them in, and we'll do a count. And we'll give Justin the real number. Trying to talk about 500 people in a fringe minority.
Yeah, I would encourage everyone to somehow form a collective together and play the game through voting.
Yeah, and on that note, thank you so much for that, because now let's go back to that idea of ground up government here and voting. So in every riding, what we need to do is encourage people to come out to the town hall, okay? And if you're a citizen of that riding, you're interested in your voice being heard, you throw your name in the ring. It doesn't matter how many people come out, okay? And then you have debates. Every riding in this country is a debate. Their riding. Everybody throw your hat in the ring, and we'll go to the ballot. And the more names in the ring, the more times you're going to hit the ballot for that riding. You understand what I'm saying? And we keep going until we find the proper representative by ballot for every riding in this country, and then we come here with independence. I like it, independence for every riding. No more party systems, no more back dealings, and no more privy council. It's not in the public's interest to have a privy council. You know what? We're big. We've heard every disaster and catastrophe that this world has to offer. We've sucked it up. You don't need to hide it behind closed doors. It's not in the people's interest. They want to know now. We'll make the decisions. We put these people here in a position of trust. They've breached that trust. It's time to go. I agree with you.
Brian, right? Brian, nice meeting you.
Yeah, absolutely, my brother.
Thank you for fighting that. Keep up the battle. Don't
Absolutely.
give up and keep that positive talk on how we can actually make a difference through elections.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's the only game that's going to matter.
Absolutely.
Right? And I don't know if it's actually a fair system or not, but if we don't all get together and play that game, how many freedom fighters I talked to did you vote last time? The answer is no.
Right?
What good is it?
Yeah.
What good is it? I love your idea about getting together, having the debates at the different ridings,
Yeah.
finding out who
Yeah.
is for what the people want, and then putting our votes together
Yeah.
for that person.
Yeah. And you know, you just when you ballot, you know, if you got a small riding and only 3 or 4 people show up, throw their hat in the ring, 3 or 4 people, you're going to elect your representative more than likely on the first ballot. But if you go to a riding and say it's a bigger riding and say 30 people throw their hat in the ring and you debate, right, and you go to the ballot, you're going to knock out, 15 of the 30 or 20 of the 30 in the first ballot. But if you have to go to a second and a third and a fourth and a fifth ballot to get your representative, those are signs of progress. If you got a huge riding and you hit the ballot 7 times to get your representative, you can feel pretty confident that you've got the right person. Think it through. I mean, there are, liberal pockets where it's going to be pretty hard to penetrate, but overall, power's in numbers. Canada has had enough of this. Dearly, we've had enough.
I hope, my friend, that propaganda shit that comes out through that TV is a strong
Horrible.
friggin' tool.
Yeah, it's horrible.
You know, that brainwashing technique's
Yeah.
been mastered over the years.
Let me give you a perfect example of CBC. This is how CBC operates. So last year when I was parked on the corner of Slater and Bank by Peterbilt, after he called the Emergency Measures Act, after we were brutalized out of here, I took all the hearts and the cards and the letters and the gifts and the toys that the people gave me, and I put it out onto a display. And I came back out here with that display, back to Slater and Bank. And just hold on, can you cut this for a second?
No, you go do your thing. I can't. No, we're live streaming. There's no cutting.
Oh, this is
This is live. Yeah.
Okay, because
Why, you want to say something?
yeah, I just wanted to take a break for 4 seconds.
You can take a break anytime. Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
yeah. Thanks for chatting. Come back if you want to say more. All right, well, there we go. We're just having a little chat with Brian, the AZ driver that's never left. Yeah, Casey, 30% of Canadian with 4+ shots. Yeah, absolutely. The propaganda works. It's a powerful tool. Very, very powerful tool. Well, as most of you know, here we are on the hill live streaming. Paul is my name. Canadian Free Living's the YouTube channel, as probably most of you know as well. But I appreciate you all smashing that like button if you haven't already. Thank you for everybody that's sponsored the channel. Always appreciate the help. We're going to be here all weekend. Plan is to stream pretty much as the whole weekend as much as we can. And then Sunday, we're going to head out to Vaughan and we are going to sleep in my pickup truck on Sunday night, getting ready for the convoy on Monday. The convoy will be heading to a location just outside of Cambridge near African Lion Safari. We're expecting probably about 40 transport trucks, around 40 pickup trucks, and some vehicles all dressed up, looking pretty. All going to do a convoy to the farm for the Fringy Family Farm Festival with Christine Anderson. So hopefully you guys will join me for that live stream on Monday on Family Day. I'm going to try to do as much live as possible. But and I'm also going to be capturing footage with my drone and the GoPro so I can put together a video. I think it'll be an excellent opportunity to get some great footage with the drone. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, Christine Anderson will be there. She's going to actually, from what I've heard, she's going to take a ride from the start of the convoy in a semi truck. And we'll show up at the farm in her transport truck. So that'll be pretty exciting. Are you back with us now, Brian?
Yeah, I forgot where I was at there. I was telling you about.
I think we were talking about voting and stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know where I was at there when I was telling you about my truck on the corner of Slater and Bank with all the.
Oh yeah, you were mentioning that.
And all the gifts that I put out onto a display, but I can't remember why I was telling you.
No, neither can I, unfortunately. Let me see if I can roll back the stream. I can't. No, it's
yeah, so something about voting anyway.
Well, I think in general what we were discussing was how can we possibly make a change. You know,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love the whole waving the flag. It's great. It builds up morale.
I'm just saying the flag wave across the country to count heads. The purpose of that would be to start counting heads.
Yeah.
So, for everyone, because when you start counting them up across this country, bro, did you know that 2.5 million people rolled through here during the convoy?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, 2.5 million people rolled through here, okay? Now, if 2.5 million people rolled through here, what do you think the numbers are across the country, coast to coast? Just think about it.
No idea.
So many people would have loved to have been here, that wanted to be here, that just couldn't be here. Count those numbers.
Yeah, I would love to. Because
there's so many people right now in Vancouver and on Vancouver Island
not only would it help, like, just from my own perspective, because like I've been going to a lot of rallies. Okay, a lot of rallies. How many people are in Ottawa right now? A million? Isn't that the number for Ottawa?
Yeah, probably.
How many people are here? 50? Not even?
Yeah.
So that seems to be the norm. Unfortunately, why out of a why out of a million can't we have more?
Yeah, no, we do. And they'll be here.
I hope so. Yeah, I know quite a few are showing up tomorrow. Well, you're always here.
But I was thinking about going to Winnipeg. I had to wait. I could have went, but then I was like, no.
I think the people going to Winnipeg, I would have liked them to come here. To be honest with you, I don't even know. I've asked a few, what's in Winnipeg?
Winnipeg is just a gathering. It's just kind of like them spiritual gathering. I think it's a healing for people. And then they're gonna. I think a lot of them are gonna come to Ottawa afterwards. I think. I don't know when, but who knows? We see. I know. See, I don't know when a convoy's coming because nobody knows when a convoy's coming. But what we should be saying is every fucking weekend, so we thin the resources out, is we should be letting them know a convoy's coming every fucking weekend. Now that's just my opinion.
That's a good idea.
Because then they resources come and we got 20, 30 people, and if the word gets out, convoy's coming, I think that would be really obsolete to where they want to block the roads, bylaw gets out. It really fucking wears their. What we got to do is we got to wear the resources out thin. Because just like today, I wasn't feeling good. I was tired, had migraine this morning. I had no energy, so I want to get my energy back. It's like you gotta, you could be a 230-pound robot, but even robots got to be oiled up and cleaned. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Freedom.
Keep fighting, my friend. Keep fighting. Railroaded commenting about 16-year-olds should be able to vote. Huh. My 2 cents on that is just how easily can they be influenced one way or another. I wasn't that smart at 16, to be honest with you. Sure, I was intelligent and smart, but to actually have, factual knowledge of what's going on in the world compared to just what I get fed by propaganda TV, and then just like imagine what the teachers would be teaching them. I don't know. I don't know my thoughts on that. Well, it looks actually kind of nice here. We've got a beautiful sky. It's nice out here on the hill tonight. I think we're only about around 0 degrees, I guess. Pretty nice little view of the buildings and stuff. We've got the Senate building there where they all meet and have their little theatrical shows for us to make it look like they're actually doing something to, earn all the money that they get paid. But in reality, it's just a gong show, really. Hello, Canada, you need to know. Welcome to the chat room. Here we are, Parliament Hill, just having a little wonderful evening with some freedom-loving friends. There's maybe 20 or 30 people here hanging out. We got the street lights just came on. Usually that's the time to go home, right? My bedtime, but we'll stay out late tonight. Buildings look kind of pretty at nighttime. Oh, Canada, you need to know. That's a good question. I honestly don't think those. Uh, I don't think the numbers are going to be that massive. To be honest with you, Trudeau's got everybody so afraid to come here. They don't exactly, roll out the red carpet for you anymore. If I was to guess, I would say between 100 and 200 would be my guess. A lot of people went to Winnipeg that they were fearful of what's going to happen if you come here. And it's expensive to come here, quite frankly, right? You've got your hotel room for, well, what did I do? Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. So that's going to be about 800 bucks. Then your gas to get here, that's going to be, well, 300 for here to round trip anyways. So it adds up, right? So just reading someone's message there. So hopefully there's more than a couple hundred, but I wouldn't expect too much more. My hotel is fully booked. I know Joe Thorne's coming. Jeremy Glass is here. Second class citizen is on his way, or he's getting close. So they're bringing a bunch of people with them. So maybe there's definitely going to be around 200, I guess. Tomorrow's going to be exceptionally cold. I guess tomorrow we're supposed to go down to minus 21 tomorrow night without the wind chill. So we're going to be pretty cold tomorrow. I actually haven't checked my battery for a while. Hopefully the battery's still good. Probably should plug it in maybe. I always forget that I've got a clock right in front of me. It looks like I'm seeing, if I'm reading that right, it can't be that. Is it only quarter to 6? Or is it 8:30? Can't really read that clock. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit on the camera. All right, we're gonna go for the zoom here. Well, I guess that's quarter to 6. Hey, thanks for the shout out, Railroaded. You're very welcome. I appreciate the feedback. I enjoy doing it. It's fun. Gets a little sore on the feet, but other than that, freedom fighters are great people to be around. Always a lot of fun and positivity. Unless the police show up, then it can get a little bit negative. But yeah, I originally said I was going to start the stream at 6 o'clock, but I thought, oh my goodness, it's going to get pretty dark by 6 o'clock, and I guess I was right. It is darkening out a bit here. Not too many people here. Definitely surprised. Literally, I guess maybe everyone's gone to have some supper or something, but probably down to around 20 people. They got the music going. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but definitely something to dance to. And I'm assuming they must be locals that just walk by. It's interesting to see people's, knots in their foreheads. Like, no one here is bothering anybody, yet some people are just so judgmental, so willing to condemn and so willing to look down on, yelling at them, go get a job or, go home. It's like, well, what are they doing to hurt you? Like, why can't you just mind your own business? No one here is hurting you. Lots of perfume here, meaning the marijuana. So definitely a nice smell here on the hill. Fortunately, I don't mind that fragrance. I used to be a pothead, so I enjoy it. I gave up smoking pot so I could try to be a better cameraman because I was always forgetting everything here, there, or everywhere. And I don't know. I guess I still forget stuff. So, but I am sober now. It's hard, pretty paranoid driving around all these cops if you're high. So I'm glad I quit. It's almost been, it'll be a year in June. But I also always try to sit downwind of these guys. All right, let's go see what these guys are talking about.
Nothing happened, and it's like,
Yep.
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Well, it is. Sort of.
I'm not intruding, right? Not a private conversation, right? Okay, good.
No, we're just talking about.
We're talking about shit.
We're talking
Okay,
about
perfect.
monetization. It's non-monetization.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Ah,
Mutual friend of ours is here.
He wouldn't know about that stuff. Too.
I might know about it.
You know Coda. Coda B?
No, I don't know who that is, but
No,
I know about the monetization.
Yeah.
And all
So
that.
so this particular YouTuber, he's monetized, and him and this other guy that are on his channel, like his co-host, both said the word fuck, and they got
pulled.
They got pulled because they swore.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
We're right on the live, and then they both got pulled. It's like, what the heck? And then the guys all.
Do they have? I would say, what are their settings? Do they have it set for children? Because if you've got it set, fuck. If you've got it set for, excuse me for my foul language, everyone. But if you've got it set for adults, you should be fine cursing.
Yeah, that's what.
But if you've got it set for kids
I got it
and
set
you
for
cursed,
18 years
yeah,
old.
you would get pulled.
Yeah, I got it set for 18 years
Thing is,
old,
though,
but
you can reset it though, too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You can reset it later on, and it probably they could probably reset it. And
so
it'll probably look
when
back
you
up.
do monetization, if you don't do it for kids, are you getting streamed as much? Or no? Okay, so that's why he's doing it. He's probably putting it for kids just to get the extra streamer. Meanwhile, he's got 20 person on the channel. I'm like,
Yeah, when you've got it set for kids,
like,
YouTube will shove it out in front of more people.
Yeah.
Because it's more ad friendly.
I know. Meanwhile, he's got
But
already
if you
his
go,
audience.
you better make sure it's
Yeah.
kid friendly content.
That's what he's finding
I never
out.
put it for kids because, like,
Yeah.
it's just,
Me either.
yeah.
Everything is 18-year-old, and
Yeah.
on my channel, like, we went.
I've only
3
ever put
hours.
maybe 1 or 2 videos up for kids, but that's because the fact that I've gone through them, made sure the person isn't cursing or I'm not cursing, and I mean I'm a small channel, so I mean
The 4 hours stream that we did in the last 4 days there, I wouldn't put that for children to start with. And look, it's grown up having a conversation, and as adult conversation, we're making jokes about certain subject. And it's
well,
like,
it's like you jumped into my stream and we literally he follows me on
What we
YouTube.
got here?
Sorry, gotta go to work.
Why do they wave one person over? Oh, they're leaving. Turn the music down, you think? Stop dancing on the road? You know what's crazy?
Hey, railroad.
So you can't curse online.
Yeah.
But you can have drag shows for children.
I know. Meanwhile, it's like we looked at it, and like I say, the guy is trying to do something for himself, which is really great. But then we both realize it's like, yeah, there's some settings because I come here, I do my video, nothing got pulled yet.
Oh, that's
Don't dance on the road.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it was. Yeah. We were just saying, it's crazy that you can't swear online during a stream, but yet you can have drag shows.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like we were saying, like I was saying, we were talking. Stream he popped in on one item 9. Yeah. We started out talking about one topic, and when he jumped in, we had just switched to talking about sexual topics. And he's like, I thought you said you didn't talk about this shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I said we talk about everything on Ottawa, geez.
Well, yeah. It's well for a French person, a lot of topic in English, like the words are so obvious. Like the thing with nuts. It's like, oh yeah. The first thing we think, it's like you're talking about chocolate and nuts, and I was like, yeah. Well, that sounds like something. And right there, it started the conversation on that. Meanwhile, it is jokes. But then what are they gonna see online? Meanwhile, I'm like, my channel has always been on entertainment and 18 years old because I realized, I don't do streams for kids. It's like I couldn't speak.
If you guys were to guess, how many people do you think we might get to see this weekend here?
Um,
In process of what our government did 1 year ago to our fellow Canadians.
it'd be nice to see a massive crowd to fill up the road and all that.
Oh
That'd
yeah,
be
that's
awesome.
dreaming. That's a pipe dream. I'm thinking 200.
There's so much.
That would be my minimum. I would say that'd be my minimum too.
Yeah, minimum. I'm thinking 200.
I,
Maybe 3.
I'd like to see personally maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think you're gonna see? Not what you'd like to see. I'd like to see thousands.
For all weekends, I
That's what I'm
figure
saying.
like between 500 and 1,000
That's what that's what I'm saying. Somewhere between
Yeah.
5 and 6 at
Yeah.
the most.
for the weekend.
That you're gonna see the entire
It's just because this time in Ottawa, all the protests instead of being one day like we wanted to do on the 14th or the 1st, well, that kind of got put like they got the message quick. So they were prepared on those days, and then they realized we didn't do anything. They're like, what the fuck, we wasted their money. Yeah, that's the point. Now they're waiting to see, and now they just got the message a day or 2 days ago that, oh, it's this weekend. So now they're preparing, oh, what's gonna happen? Nothing.
No, I think they
Like-
also know that a majority went to Winnipeg.
Or Quebec, because Quebec is massive too. It's like, okay, but what are you gonna do? Our people decided to choose not to be brutalized by you, and the heavy hardcore one are here in the center because we just want to hug them. And if they give us a chance, we can. Oh yeah, exactly. We want to make reasoning possible again because they're telling us that we're not doing rational decision and all that. And I'm like, well, what non-rational decision have I made?
I heard Turdough is going to be here tomorrow. He's
Yeah.
gonna tomorrow afternoon. He's got on his itinerary that he'll be on the 3rd floor somewhere doing a press conference, probably letting us know how he's going to screw over Haiti.
Want to go and get it?
Yeah, I tried already.
Get me a
I've tried a couple times.
Get
but-
me a megaphone and we'll do like Hamilton did.
They don't even return my emails.
Yeah.
So now I've emailed them a couple times saying, hey, is this just for propaganda cameras or can I come and do media as well? And I don't get a response.
Yeah. Well, I might get a little more
I
response.
meant to make one
Yeah.
myself one. I forgot.
That's from a group I'm
that's,
affiliated.
that's
Yeah.
his.
Well, I know, but I
That's
just.
a real one. I just
wow.
don't have my individual press card yet.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it yet. I wish I did, or I'd be.
No, but that's
No,
the
I
reason
I might contact my buddy and see.
Si-
You say
since
tomorrow?
everybody.
Tomorrow I heard 1 o'clock. He's
Yeah.
doing on the 3rd floor
Okay.
of one of these buildings. He's doing a press conference.
Because the media channel and broadcaster and all that. Technically, that's what we were talking on Coda yesterday. It's everyone needs to start getting together.
Yeah.
And then we need to make a plan about what type of news and what type of streaming do we want in the future, and what is it going to be about? Is it going to be about everyone doing their little thing in their corner, or is it going to be everyone works together to make one big one that they can't stop?
Well,
And
I
it's like-
constantly try to promote other
Yep.
channels, and that's only because of the
Do
fact
you,
that the
do you,
more,
are you, do you, do you use YouTube yourself? Or?
yeah,
Yep.
What's your
YouTube and
channel?
Rumble, Canadian Free Living.
I knew it was you.
Yeah,
Because
But-
I jumped in your chat.
I know.
In,
I mentioned him
yeah,
for
no,
3 days in
yeah,
a row now. I've been mentioning you. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
yeah, I'm
I
gonna
know.
connect you guys
It deletes
together.
the comments, though. I noticed you made a
does.
comment,
Yeah.
but on the thing, and see, it would
Yeah.
have been cool. I was hoping that it would allow comments to stay there while.
But
the
some
stream's
people
coming
don't
on.
like those comments.
Because
So, like
when
I
was
say,
at
the
James Top
Yeah.
and the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
When I was back east
Yeah.
streaming it,
Okay.
I jumped on your channel right away and I said, "Can I restream you?"
Okay.
And you said yes.
Okay.
As soon as you said yes, I knew I had your permission.
Yeah.
And I was streaming you.
Yeah, I
The whole
don't
time.
copyright people that ask me.
Yeah.
People that steal my stuff and restream it without permission, I'll shut them down.
I did the same thing with Ottawa
I don't mind
Walk
if they
and,
ask permission because I
you
think that's
Scotty.
respectful, right?
I send them an email. I send them an email, and then I waited. And at some point, 3 days later, someone put a thumbs up on the message of me asking him. I'm like, it must be him. I hope that's him. Like I say, I send him an email asking permission, and I'm like, okay, can I restream your Winterlude thing where he goes from Vanier to here? I'm like, okay, well, can I? And then I got a thumbs up a few days later, but there's no way to verify whose thumbs up it is. It's like, I don't know if it's him. He didn't reply. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
okay.
true.
I restreamed it, but I'm like, hey, I got my finger on the button. If you say no, I'll take it up right away. I don't mind.
It looks nice the way the nighttime camera shots on this.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice. That's why when earlier you mentioned about the stopping the broadcast at night, I'm like, no, you can't go. Usually it's got enough light in this city to keep.
Well, not
streaming.
necessarily stopping. I just wanted to get out early enough to. I was really hoping to catch like I said, the parasites that work here. I just really wanted to catch them on their way in and out.
Still coming out. Look, I'm looking at one coming out right now.
Yeah.
Like they're still.
Well, did you
coming
guys?
out
I don't know
slowly.
if you noticed. One of the senators walked by a little about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Now, did you
Man, I should
guys
talk to
heard
them.
about the senators, the liberal senators that went against the liberal? Like he went against Bill C-11. Like a federal, a liberal guy walked in and said he was against Bill C-11 because it was against our constitution and everything, our right of free speech and all that. Oh yeah, he wasn't happy. And they're heckling about him now because they realize, well, yeah, the guy is right in some way, and he's a liberal on top of that, so they're having problems.
And I'm extra sub to you. Oh, yeah? Right on. I'm extra sub to you.
What's your handle again?
Chad Media.
Chad.
Yeah.
And the other one I associate that I do live with, Ronnie News Network. Yeah. Friend of mine from Saskatchewan. So we kind of talk a little bit about everything. We're
Yeah, if you watch a stream around like 10, 11 at night,
Never.
like I say, but
I'm
that's usually
snoozing.
when they're on. But yeah, you just go the next day and look at what he's got on the live section there, and you'll see the panel where it's maximum 6 because it's StreamYard and all that stuff.
So, what do you guys think about these objects that are
Oh.
allegedly in the air?
Oh,
What's your
I,
thoughts?
I don't
my true thoughts or you want my joke thoughts?
Fuck, just give it to
Well, my
whatever,
joke,
man.
My joke thoughts are they're pissing off the orchids.
The what?
Orc from orc, you know.
Oh,
Nano.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Had to take me back for a while. It's been a
Yeah.
while.
It's been a while, yeah. I used to joke around on streams a lot that I was an orchid. So they're really pissed off the orchids.
I'm having a hard time even believing it's factual, except for the one that we've got footage of. Yeah. But these other three that they're claiming, I think it's bullshit.
I think, in all honesty, I think they're not connected. The people get tired of the Ukraine.
On
So
the
they need something new, right?
on our
Same
Discord
thing with
chat.
Convoy, right? The Convoy in January last year. What happened after the Emergency Act?
Oh, like
There's
I
the
said,
head
it's
of
all
Ukraine.
one after the other. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
repeat cycle. They always do the
Because
same.
right now, if they don't do that, people will start paying attention to the Wii scandal and whatever happened after the Wii scandal and since the Wii scandal, and it's gonna go on and on and
The
on.
Wii scandal?
Yeah.
What's that?
The thing with the Wii with Trudeau at the beginning of all this. You know that scandal with that company, the Wii company.
Charity that his wife was
Yeah.
involved in, his mother was involved in, that that the government gave money to.
All
Well,
this,
I've heard
all
quite
this.
a bit of different one of those,
Yeah.
but okay.
Well, it was a big one.
Oh, okay.
But all this is there to cover up for
For that.
that.
See.
SNC Lavalin and all that stuff that he doesn't want to go to. He's been convicted on that. And at the end of the day, he's refusing to accept the punishment. And it's like, oh, when's the last time someone is allowed to say no to the punishment? He's been found guilty in court. And he's saying no to it. It's like, yeah, that's something wrong with that.
Well, and I mean, if you look at it, I mean, look at you go to the Convoy with the Emergency Act.
Yeah.
again.
Exactly. It's
Excuse
one
me,
after the other.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry, Trudeau, but you know we're not the bad guys. You know the Convoy was not the bad guys in this. You were the bad guy because you tried to tried to act like a dictator. You know that's basically what he did.
Yeah.
I have the power. I'm the prime minister. You do what I say.
Yeah.
No, you know we elected you, the people, masses of the people elected you. We chose you to serve us, and you're not doing your job.
Yeah, did they though? You know, really?
Well,
He only got what, 20% of the vote?
Well, yeah,
And-
and how much of that was mail-in ballots
So now
from other countries?
from what I'm hearing,
Potentially.
the 6th January was supposed to be the date, or 6th February was supposed to be the date where the emergency inquiry comes out. Now it's the 20. I looked at it online. It says the 20. They have up till the 20 to get it out, and I'm like, well, what is it gonna give? And second, did anyone ask Mr. Rouleau if he's related to Justin Trudeau? Because he's in his family.
Yeah.
He's part of his family.
He is.
And it's like, at the end of the day, should we have someone that's part of his family judging him? Should that be allowed?
Well,
It's like, come on, it's a conflict of interest right there.
Down here that had St. Bridges.
If that's true, like I say.
Gee, the building. There's photos of Justin Trudeau with the owner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Daisy-
He's been
Daisy
baptized
Mead-
there.
Daisy Media brought it out. So I mean, you know, all again, everything that's going on, and all these other things is like he's got his hands in so many places that he's, you know, I can shut this down.
Yeah, well, Google's got us Canada as the 13th most corrupt country. What do you think? Factual or fake?
I saw 14. We were in 14th place or
Same,
something
I
like
saw
that. Yeah,
13
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
17, but
Yeah.
anyways,
I saw the
compared to
loss
how
of
many
freedom.
countries there
Yeah,
are,
the loss
that's
of
not where
freedom.
I thought we would be.
Me either.
Yeah, me either. When I grew up in the 80s and all that, I never think that I would see the day where I'm in front of Parliament complaining about a bunch of rules that don't make sense.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
but the more I look at it, the more I can see that,
Yeah.
wait a minute, maybe we are that friggin' corrupt.
oh yeah, they are that corrupt. They are that corrupt, and that's why it's hard to fight them. It's the reason why it's hard to fight them, because they got so much money and it's all the same. So
And with,
at the end of the day, we're in the middle of a bureaucratic city, and we're fighting the establishment, but it's like it's all establishment.
you know, I keep on trying to tell my mother. My mother's,
Yeah.
she's all hail Trudeau or hail our government and hail the media. You know, pro.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
on her 8th jab or whatever.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't know, I'm exaggerating some. But she's in line for everyone they're willing to give her. And I said to her, you know, listen, she calls this YouTube the devil tube.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
She's 72, I think, ish, whatever, something like that. Yeah. And I don't know, I doubt she's very much watching, but sorry, Mom, if you are. No, she doesn't even know how to turn devil tube on. But anyways, I say to her, listen, how can you possibly still put all your faith and belief in a system that convinced you that abducting Native children was a good idea? Yeah.
No, I know.
Like they convinced the public that it was a good idea to go and abduct Native children and put them into, you know, schools.
Yeah.
Go to the Red Pepper.
So Red Pepper is
What's that?
it's a restaurant
Freedom
that's
Fighter,
yeah.
Central.
Yeah.
Freedom Fighter.
All the
It's one
freedom
of-
fighters
it's
are
one
there
place.
usually.
It's another place where freedom minded people gather
Had a couple
discuss
loose cigarettes in my pocket. And I had
matters,
my kid.
issues.
My kid. I'm like, oh,
That's a
no.
restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're all headed there?
yeah.
All right, so we're headed to
You'll
the
love
Red-
it. It'll
We're headed to the Red Pepper.
And you know what? Spread the word.
Yeah, absolutely. So you
I'll have
when
some
you're in
food,
Ottawa,
by the
go
way.
to the
Oh,
Red
this
Pepper.
place is monitored by the police. They
Oh,
come, they follow us from here, and they'll be parked outside in front of the Red Pepper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, and they never do any trouble or anything like that.
No,
They know
what
better.
they're doing.
Oh yeah. They love spending money for no reason.
Well, you know, you guys,
700 police officers.
you guys might blow up your bouncy castles and shit.
Yeah, I know.
Cause some
Meanwhile,
danger
they're
to the
blowing their
society.
budget every day because of us, and it's like we're not doing anything. No.
All right, we're going on the move. We're gonna go head down to the Red Pepper. And I don't know. I'll probably have to. We'll see if you guys can come in for a beer or Apparently the red pepper is where the freedom fighters hang out. Oh wow, this tripod is friggin' cold. Okay, hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna be a little bit jiggly while I put this thing away a little bit. Sorry about that. Hopefully you're not looking straight at the ground. All right, well, let's take one last look around here. I'm wishing I would have had my gloves now. This tripod, the metal is incredibly chilly on the hands. All right, all right, all right. Let's go. So one last look here tonight at the, I don't know, the Parliament building, I guess we'll call it. And let's take a look at this one. I'll show you Turdough's office. Not that he's home. He's got some pretty purple going on there tonight. So there's Turdough's office. The one on the corner. That's where our leader makes all his plans to screw us. And there's where they do the theatrical show over there at the Senate building, where you guys all see that on the news when they yell at each other and make it look like they're doing government stuff. Down here where the lights are, there's our police escort, making sure we're safe. There's our flag man. Heads up.
They're always in their hand in their way. We're used to it.
I don't really know how, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, I can't really ask you because yeah, I'm looking. How do you travel around? Vehicle or?
Yeah, my truck.
Okay. And where are you going after this?
What's this?
The red pepper, I guess.
To my hotel.
And,
I have my dog there.
oh, okay. Because yeah, for me, I got to go the other way.
Oh yeah, I'm at.
I'm looking at 40-minute more walking on the other way. So,
Oh, why? Where's this red pepper?
10 minutes that way, I guess.
Oh shoot, really, eh?
Like that? You going or? No, I'm going home. Yeah, because.
We'll see you tomorrow then, eh?
Walking, it's 40-minute walking back and forth. So.
We'll see you tomorrow though, eh?
Yep.
Okay, we're.
Have a good one, guys.
Good night, Mr. Green. So apparently the green pepper's a bit of a hike, or red pepper. I mean, red pepper.
Not really. I mean, it's just past the train station.
All right, well let's go for a walk.
That's not too bad. Good exercise.
Oh, I got a clock up there again. It still seems so late.
Yeah, I know.
Well, my day started at 4 in the morning with a 6-hour drive.
Oh, jeez.
Apparently, Bourbon's telling me it's not too far.
Dressed, I said, decided the way I look, I decided to go with.
What's
full journalist, look.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's no hiding.
Well, I mean, you gotta have something that's look, right? Style. Make to stand out, right?
You guys see that? You should go over there, Chad. They're filming us.
Oh, really?
Yes, go over there and get in his car. Come walk with us. Hold on, wait. Get your cameras out and film him.
So apparently
Film that guy's car right there.
apparently they're filming us.
First car right there.
The bylaw?
Yeah, bylaw is filming all this. Yeah.
Bylaw.
Bylaw, you guys go film that. Film that with your camera because they can't sleep that. It's on a memory stick. Go right in the car and film him. And I'm gonna get it.
Well, if you get me arrested,
No.
he might have porn on his screen.
No, it's not porn on the screen. Get it ready. Film it. Yep.
Oh yeah, I see it right now. Maybe he's watching my stream.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, you're right. So just yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, they got that big one right there. They got us on the camera. I don't know if you guys saw that.
That's what they're doing. They're wasting our tax dollars. Wasting our money trying to record shit, see what they can find out.
So
And they're
they've got a
recording
big screen
authorities.
monitor there with a camera,
Yep. That's
and they're
funny.
getting us on the camera.
Bylaw
That's kind of
has
neat.
people recording us live and listening to a conversation.
So
Wow, that is so classy. Like, what is this country coming to? That they're using bylaw, which is a nobody,
to spy on us.
spy on us. We got bylaw now spying on us, people. You clearly see that they're spying on us. We got someone here recording this where they cannot delete it. So we got proof. So this proof can be sent all over the place that bylaw is spying on us. This is garbage, people. This is what we're doing. Bylaw is actually spying on us. What a bunch of corrupt people that the government and the authorities are using bylaw because they don't have enough resources to spy on us themselves. They're using bylaw. That's why they're sitting there so they can watch what we're doing, how many people are coming and going.
I wasn't brave enough to.
What's really happening?
They've got the